Oh hey land lovers, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Parkitect and Lusitania Land, our theme park based on what you can find around Portugal, which is where I live right now. And I have been for quite a while. I don't know why I said right now, but whatever. So in the first episode, we did the train station, which is our entrance to the park, and the last episode we did the Chiado, which is our main street and a shopping complex sort of thing. And so today, I wanted to build a wooden coaster, which would be themed around Serra da Estrela, which not roughly but literally translated is Star Mountain, believe it or not. Serra da Estrela, Star Mountain, is the highest mountain in mainland Portugal. It's not the highest mountain of Portugal because there's one higher in the archipelago of the Azores, but it is the highest mountain in mainland Portugal. I live roughly around 30 kilometers from the peak, from the highest point, which goes up to 2,000 meters. So it is quite high. We get quite a bit of snow around here, like recently. I think like yesterday it actually snowed up there. I don't get snow down where I live because it doesn't snow down here, unfortunately. Funny fact is, I've never seen it snow. I've seen snow, I have never seen snow fall. Like it has snowed where I live, but the two times that it has snowed around here, I wasn't home. So the first time I was actually at Marine, I was a Marine, so I was at boot camp. And the second time it snowed, I was actually in Coimbra, where I was getting my degree in music. So when I got home, everything was white, and so yeah, fun times. I've never seen it snow. I have seen snow. I have fallen on snow. I have played in snow, but I have never seen it snow. But so that's the thing. Hopefully I will be able to see it before I kick the bucket, but we'll never know. So I wanted to make the coaster, and in the beginning of the video you saw me playing around with some rock pieces and stuff like that, because I wanted to make like the coaster part of the mountain, but I was wasting a bit too much time and a lot of pieces on it, so I decided to make the coaster first. And as you're going to see in a little while, I'm going to be terraforming the rest around so I'll be terraforming the mountain around the coaster and not the other way around. For me, it was actually easier to do it that way. And then of course I'm going to decorate it with rocks and pine trees and stuff like that, which is what we mainly get around here, is pine trees. Although like the eucalyptus trees, I don't know why. I know why, it's a financial thing. The eucalyptus trees are making a big impact in the area, so we see more eucalyptus trees than we do pine trees now, unfortunately. And this area has been devastated by a lot of forest fires and stuff like that. So I don't know if any of you saw, but like in October, November of 2017, there was a really big fire around here. People died, lots of people, like, they literally, everything burnt down. I had a friend of mine who his mother died, his sister died. It was a really shitty time, but yeah, we're slowly but surely getting over it. And so the landscape is like all the pine trees, like everything was black. It was a really tough time, a really hard couple of months. It was a really tough night. I remember that I didn't sleep anything, because like this whole area, not just the mountain, but the whole area, like without not exaggerating, but in a probably like 70-kilometer radius, everything burnt down. It was hell on earth. It was hell on earth. Okay, but enough of that. So Serra da Estrela, which I said in the beginning is the highest peak in mainland Portugal, was also the largest area, the biggest area that had at a time once. It was where you would get the most textile production, because the mountain and surrounding areas are really fertile. Grass grows like everywhere. There were a lot of shepherds, a lot of sheep and goats and stuff around here, and like the whole textile industry was, Portugal was basically here. It was here. We had the biggest factories. We exported like the biggest textiles to the world, but unfortunately most of those factories didn't keep up with the times and didn't innovate, didn't like try new things, didn't go with the times. Basically they didn't innovate and go with the times, and so everything shut down. Right now I think there's only one major factory that still operates. It's not a big factory, but it is a big exporter of textile. They export to everywhere, and especially to Japan. They've got like considered the best, how should I say, the best linen, I think it is, that they produce there in the world. So they basically like export to everywhere. It's a small family-run factory. They got about like 20 or 30 workers there, but they got a lot of work. So that's still going. Other than that, everything all the way around, all the other major big companies, they all went bankrupt and closed down, unfortunately, and local government didn't really care about it. So that's part of the history of this area. It is a beautiful spot, the mountain. It is like there's a lot of it's begun to be a big tourist attraction. A lot of people come in the winter for the snow. There's a ski resort up there, and in the summer there's a lot of outdoor adventure stuff going, like BTT biking and like hiking and stuff like that. A lot of people from all over the world come and just stay here at the mountain. So I'm trying to replicate here a bit of the houses that you see up there. They're mainly wooden houses, but there is an area of the mountain where the houses are made of stone, this sort of stone that is found around the area. I'm gonna try and see if I can get some of those houses up in the mountain there. So here I'm starting to terraform everything. I've basically done more or less the theme, like the decoration of it, but I'm going to go in and like tweak it up a bit and put a bit more detail into it. I was having a bit problem. I'm still having a bit of problem with the terraforming in this game. I'm still not used to it, and it's a bit like complicated. Like I want to just like put up one sort of land and then the whole thing just goes, and these individual pieces here, they're not really my cup of tea also. But I just started to do like some hills and stuff like that. Of course this is just like an example of what it is. It isn't the mountain itself, right? So I did a bit of that, and then I got these big rocks all like painted them white to like sort of make it the snowy peaks of the mountain, and then just as we came, as we go down a bit, just change up the color of the rocks basically. It actually became, I quite liked the end result of it, because there's like those 2 or 3 tunnels that are around there that actually gave it a bit more interest. So that was actually an accident. That was an accident. I did this on stream, and like the viewers were saying, "Oh, leave the tunnels in. Leave the tunnels in. You can just decorate them with the rocks and pine trees and stuff like that." So I left the tunnels in, and here I'm just trying to cover up the tunnels. But yeah, in the end result, I actually liked it. I liked how it looked. I'm liking how it is. I'm having fun with this theme park. I'm having fun with the game in general. I've been doing a lot of the campaign on stream, and so this episode's a bit late because I've been having some issues with my PC, but we're back, so hopefully we'll continue and not have any problems. So the decorations going up on the mountain, and I'm really sorry for my commentary. I'm really bad at commentary. English sometimes. English sometimes escapes me. I have been living in Portugal for nearly 30 years now, so I have been living in Portugal for nearly 30 years, so I don't get to speak that often English, and so my English sometimes wavers a little bit and words escape me. But I'm sorry about that, but I'm doing my best. So commentary, hopefully as the series goes on, my commentary will be better. I'm actually noticing that I haven't said and that much this episode, that's a step forward. Oh, there we go. So I continue with the theming of the park, and then I'm trying to get some block breaks in there. I think I was trying to get some block breaks in there, just to see if I could get another car in. I can't remember if I managed to do it or not, but I think I did. And then I had a problem here that the car, the train didn't have enough speed to get up that hill, and I didn't want to put a chain lift in there. I just can't remember what I actually ended up doing, because this was recorded like a week ago, something like that. So let me have a look. So that was going through all right and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, so he got up there, but so he'd get up there, but he wouldn't get up the other hill. And I can't remember, but I think I actually ended up just like scrapping that and just having one car. Yeah, we'll see. Well, it doesn't really matter. So back to Serra da Estrela. There are a lot of beautiful places in the mountain, up in the mountain, where you can, like, they have these sort of lagoons, sort of thing. Like one of the major dams in Portugal is right up there, where we get all our water from. But there are these hidden lagoons all around the mountain, which, like, you could go on a hike and then you could just discover these lagoons, and they're really, really fantastic. And in the summer, they're beautiful. They're beautiful to spend some time there, just have a picnic or stuff like that. Oh wait, I actually ended up putting some block breaks there. The train doesn't stay there too long, so the wait isn't too long. So that's what I ended up doing. I remember now. So as I was saying, it was, you can find a lot of pretty places around the mountain up the top in summer and in winter. It's always nice to go there. And the names of these places, like some of them is like the Devil's Funnel. There's one that, I think there's one spot there which is called the Devil's Funnel, which is actually, if you look up from the top down to the lagoon, it actually looks like a funnel, and the water there gets so deep that it's like black, really black. You can see, like, if you're in the water, that's no problem, right? No problem if you're in the water, but from up top, it's pitch black, right? And so I guess in like the old ones, you know, the old shepherds and farmers and stuff like that, they thought that would be like something from the devil, and it was a funnel, so they called it the devil's funnel. And that's what I think. I don't know. I wasn't around to see that story. So here I'm just doing a bit of detail on the edge of those, just to make it a bit more like rocks, because like the walls on these spots are rocks. Like the houses are made of big granite rocks. My house actually is like totally granite. It's over 130 years old. Still got the main, like everything is still wooden. The ground, the floors are wooden, everything. I've literally got a pine tree in the middle of my living room, which is holding up the rest of the house. So that's how the houses were built around here. Walls of 80 centimeters, blocks of 80 centimeter blocks of granite, and so that's basically my house. It's old, but it is quite comfortable. And so we're nearly ending up the video. I think I'm just doing like some checking on stuff in here. So it's got a basic little scenery based on the mountain, but I am going to go in and do a little bit more stuff. Probably make some, you know, mountain houses and stuff like that around, just shove them up somewhere, like on top of one of the tunnels, probably something like that. We'll see. So that is Serra da Estrela, Star Mountain, the highest peak in mainland Portugal, and where a lot of the textile industry was and unfortunately has faded away. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one, where we'll be doing a bit of the coastline. So thank you once again, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.